Giving all praise, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rachakodash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and a sincere shalom to the occupants out there pushing the sincerity and the truth and the sound doctrine. Um, Real quick video, straight to the point. You see the title. If you have a problem doing 3 videos a week, then you should really start reconsidering your decisions, or really start thinking about your position in the truth, really, right? um I'm doing this video just in general. We've heard it be brought up again. I'm not doing 3 videos a day or whatever. So I'm just doing this for the people out there in general, for the brothers out there that for whatever reason have a problem, even if you may not be admitting it, but if you have a problem doing 3 videos a week, then you're really considered a bug out. There should be no excuse for not doing at least 3 videos a week. Honestly, that's easy. That's easy. I mean, as many things as you could talk about. There's enough things to talk about to do 10 videos a day, even. And the Lord has made it even easier for us, right? Through screen record. Okay, I'm done this video. Throw it up real quick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this scripture, 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 2. All right. Preach the word, be instant in season, out of season. Reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering. This is a 24/7 thing, man. Right? It could be three in the morning. It could be 3 o'clock in the morning, and you'll see a Great Millstone video pop up, man. Right? There are brothers that wake up super early in the morning on their way to work, and just do a quick video, and they may do another one on the way back or when they get home or on their break. That's how easy it is to push this word out, man, because the Lord has made it so easy for us to do, because this is the last stretch and the word is being thrown out there like wildfire. But soon the Lord is getting ready to start restraining that. The doors of mercy are cracked, very, very slightly cracked, man. Right? Soon the doors of mercy get ready to be shut. Right? When you understand why you do these videos, then it'll really give you that even more of a drive. You should already have somewhat of a drive anyway, being in this thing and being able to push the word of the Lord out, Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, even that name, you know. But when you understand what you're doing it for, because I think a lot of people really don't understand what these videos are for, right? Warning and edification mainly, right? But they're also could be for your edification. When you do a video, right, and but just by the opening, giving all praises to Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, even just by the opening, do you know that's a prayer? Pretty much. Do you know? And then when you look up things, it's like, okay, well, what scripture could equate to this? When you run into a topic, well, what scripture could equate to this? Well, there you go. Then you got another scripture that you just learned. See, you're studying now. You're studying now. There should be no issue of doing at least, I'm just saying, at least 3 videos a week. Like I said, I'm just doing this in general because there are still a lot of people out there that have a problem with that for whatever reason. I don't understand the logic behind it. It's so easy. It's not hard. You can throw up a quick 5-minute video, and not to just do it. You know what I mean? Because we've had some guys in this camp that did that, man. Back in the past, that will just throw up a video just to say, "Hey, I did a video for the day." No, man, you have to, man. I mean, I can go on and on and on, man. Right? I can go on and on and on about this. The point is, The Elder Menadazakba, the GMS South Carolina, um, he had this saying, and I believe he still goes by it: a video a day keeps the demons away, and they absolutely do, man. They absolutely do. You're getting closer and closer to the Lord Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI when you do stuff like that, man. When you do those videos, right? Let's let's get this. Matthew chapter 5 and verse 14. It says, "Ye are the light." Well, you're getting closer to your spirituality. Let me say, all right. It says, "Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid." All right. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick. It says, "And it giveth light unto all that are in the house." Right. What is it saying? Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Right. If when you are what they call able body, when you're able to do videos, you're considered able body. Why are you not doing it? Why are you not letting your light be shown? That's a good thing. You're learning and you're putting knowledge out and you're helping the lost sheep of the house of Israel. You're helping them, right? With inspiration, with prayer. That is very important. Why are you letting? That means you're wicked. You got a problem. That might be the title. If you have a problem with 3 videos a week, you're wicked. Because now what you're doing is you're being a selfish Jake, man. You're being selfish. People are out here, the lost sheep of the house of Israel, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, they're out here looking for answers. You have the answers. But what you're doing is you're keeping it to yourself. You're hiding it. And like I said, when you throwing up videos just to throw them up there, you're not putting any feeling or any spirit into that. It's just dry bone. Right? I wonder why you're not feeling anything, man. It's just dry bone. It's just a dry video. Right? Which, if you're doing that, again, you're being wicked. That's why people like that eventually fall out because you're weak. You know what I mean. You're weak. That's another way of saying it. You got a problem with doing 3 videos a week. What are you weak? This little screen recorder I got right here, right? All I had to do to get this little screen recorder was go to the not the Apple store, the Play Store, because I got Android. Go to the Play Store, right? Download it. Start to hit record. Start to find a topic. Think about pray to the Lord. Think about a topic. And do the video. You do the video. You hit pause. Okay, well now go to my channel. Upload the video. How hard was that? How hard was that? Right? I mean, I've heard excuse after excuse with not being able to do 3 videos a week, and there should be no excuses at all. That's why any excuse that I hear, really is one ear out the other with me, and in fact, it irritates me even more when I hear that crap. When grown ass men that claim to be tough, that claim to be warriors, that claim to be men of the Lord, hard as soldiers and stuff like that, have a problem doing 3 videos a week. That's what irritates me the most. But you throw on garments and you stand out there and you curse out everybody. Lift your voice up like a trumpet. Do you know what part of blowing that trumpet is? Doing your videos. We only out there once a week, man. Some camps probably twice a week. I don't know. For the most part, brothers do camp once a week. You got to work all week, but brothers get off of work and go to camp. Brothers get off work and do videos. Hell, brothers be at work doing videos. What's the excuse? Like I said, I'm only doing this video because I've heard it again. We know Bahu. I'm not even going to mention it. I'm not even going to mention these bug outs, right? But I've heard it again. But which means if I heard it again, that means there are people out there that still have a problem with it, and I don't get it. Again, you claim to be the strong servant of the Lord, strong soldier, enduring hardness is a good soldier, and this, that, and the other. But you have a problem with doing 3 simple videos a day or 3 simple videos a week? Really, it's a week, but 3 simple videos a week? What's the problem? Again, it doesn't have to be extravagant. It doesn't have to be long. Nobody works. No, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Nobody works that hard. I'm talking about that hard. If you have an idea of what I'm thinking of not being able to do 1 5-minute video during your break or whatever, nobody works like that hard for to not to be able to do that. But here's another thing that's a little disturbing, and we're gonna get the last scripture in a minute. Here's the thing that's a little disturbing as well. A lot of you men that have a problem with this, if you have a woman, you will find that time for your woman. Oh yeah, you'll find that time for any other bullshit that you want to do. The elder here, Elder Corruptus Abba, he's the head here in Baltimore. Uh, he mentioned something when he was getting on pretty much all of us about doing videos about well not doing videos, should I say. um if there's something that you really want to do, you will find a way to do it. I'm going to repeat that. If there is something that you want to do, that you absolutely really really want to do, you're going to find some way, somehow, sometime you're going to find to do it. If you see a piece of ass, for all you men out there, if you see a piece of ass that you want, oh yeah, you're gonna find a way to get it. We know you Jakes, man, because Jake is resourceful when they want to be. We gotta remember, we the Prince of Power. So whatever we want to get, oh, we gonna get. If we want this truth, oh, we gonna get it. Right? You one of them guys that got a problem with doing 3 videos a week. Well, if you see a thick woman, right? Yeah, you gonna find a way to get that, ain't you? You gonna flip out money that you never even had. You be like, brothers be looking at you like, hold on, where you get all this money from, right? You're gonna start unlocking powers that you never even had just to get that woman. So you see my point here? If you really want to do 3 videos, hell, if you want to do 3 videos a day, you're going to find a way to do it because you really want to do it. Because you absolutely, really, really want to do it, right? So let's get this last verse here, right? I'm going to read it, and I'm going to read as to what this is exactly talking about. This is Proverbs 26:13. It says, "The slothful man saith," there is slothful being pretty much lazy. Um, there is a lion in the way. A lion is in the streets. A door shut. As the door turneth upon his hinges, so doth the slothful man upon his bed. Right. Um, the slothful hideth his hand in his bosom. It grieveth him to bring it again to his mouth. The sluggard is wiser in his own conceit than 7 men that can render a reason. Right. So what are these 4 verses talking about? Well, this is a good explanation here. This is really good. Proverbs 26:13 through 16 describes the extreme laziness of a sluggard, which means if you have a problem doing 3 videos a week, then you're slothful and you're sluggard. Okay, you're lazy. All right. It's making all these complaints and excuses and stuff like that. Well, like I said, when you claim to be this tough guy, You're making all these complaints and excuses, right? Comparing them to a door on hinges that goes nowhere, and so uh and so indolent, um they won't even fit. So like they won't even lift up. So like they won't even lift food to their mouth, right? So it's just so they're so lazy they don't even want to pick up the food to even put it in their mouth, pretty much. Right? It says here we go, making absurd excuses like a lion in the street to avoid work. It says yet ironically thinking themselves wiser than diligent people, right? You do notice that though, right? The laziest people think they're the wisest people on the planet, right? Making all kinds of excuses. Well, I got jobs, I got bills to pay, I got work, and this, that, and the other. Well, that's what this is talking about. Making absurd excuses, like a lion in the street to avoid work. Yeah, this is works, man. Do you remember that scripture? Faith without works is dead. Yeah, part of these works is doing these videos, man. This is very important. This is very important, man. A lot of y'all just, honestly, man. Let me just be honest, man. A lot of Jeep come into this thing for that camera time. So, they come into what benefits them, and they feel like videos don't benefit them. But if I could be on camera for an hour and a half, and show my knowledge, even though I'm just the laziest nigga in this camp, right? Right? Then yeah, I'll look good. Yeah, like I said, the laziest people think they're the smartest people out there. And what they'll do, like I said, they're not doing videos at all. They're not showing any works. They'll come out on camp day, super intellectual, using these intellectual words. But it's just like, where your works at? Where your works at? Do you even care about the edification of the people, or do you only care about your image? Because some Jake, they feel like videos don't give them uh, a good image, you know, instead of really worried about the edification of the lost sheep of the house of Israel, right? So you are inactive. There should be no way in hell that somebody has a problem doing 3 videos a week, man. Honestly, man, like I said, that's at least. That's at least 3 videos a week. Nobody should have a problem with that. I mean, all the excuses. Honestly, there is no excuse for it. There is no excuse for it. All right. So anyway, giving all praise, honor, glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, without Shalom.